What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to talk about LeBron James. LeBron James, this guy stays in the news, right? And people are speaking about LeBron James and the fact that LeBron James and Bronny James did not go to the presser or the signing of Luca, right? And so people say this is just another example of disrespect that LeBron James, that he has, and now he's passing that uh that cavalier type attitude, and he's passing that down to Bronny James. A lot of people feel like Bronny James should have at least been there, but now I agree. I think Bronny James should have been there, especially if Bronny James wants to, if he wants to be a Laker, even after his father retires. I think that LeBron James, this, I think this year right here will be the last year for LeBron James. Um, and maybe if LeBron James, if he want to play after this year, he'll probably wind up going somewhere else and playing. But I think the Lakers as an organization are pretty much done with LeBron James, right? And so then that gets into LeBron James wants to own a basketball team. And a lot of people are saying that, they don't think that's going to happen for several reasons. Number one, LeBron James don't have enough money to own a basketball team, at least not be a majority owner of a basketball team. They say LeBron James, his net worth is about, they say it's about 1.4 billion dollars, right? And if you think about it, the Lakers just sold for $10 billion. So in order for LeBron James to be owner of a team, he will have to. He definitely going to need some partners, right? And so that that's one issue that's facing him. Number two, in order to become an owner, you have to get the go ahead, or you have to get the you got to get the green light from the guys who are already in there. And so if they don't accept LeBron James, into their organization or into their ranks, then LeBron James won't be able to get in there. And so I think it'll be hard for LeBron James to be accepted by the NBA owners because of the way LeBron James has done business throughout his years in the NBA. And by business, I mean like the way he has conducted himself. So you, as an owner, you want somebody who is an ambassador of the game. And every time there's an opportunity for LeBron James to do something for the game of basketball, and not just be someone who benefits from playing basketball, but to do something for the game of basketball, LeBron James comes up short. Stephen A. Smith, as he always said that LeBron James never participated in the NBA dunk contest. Whereas though, like Mike, Kobe, Dominique, like a lot, and a ton of people that, you know, all of the stars mostly, participated in the dunk contest. So he never did that. Um, then during the All-Star game, a couple years ago, they asked, Larry Bird and some of the older ball players went to the locker room and asked these guys to put forth a better effort, to entertain the crowd. And then what happens? LeBron James, man, they go out and they give up like 200 points. Over 200 points. You know, or score over 200 points in an All-Star game, which was crazy, right? So, like I said, every opportunity LeBron James get to be an ambassador for the game, to represent the game the right way, he didn't do it. This year at the All-Star game, this year just passed, LeBron James he didn't even suit up. And a lot of people say that not only did LeBron James not suit up, but LeBron James he didn't even notify the league until like the last minute that he wasn't playing. And as a fan, I'm like, how can he even do this, or how can he even get away with doing something like this? It just really don't make any sense to me. But I think all of these missteps by LeBron James, I think once LeBron James retire, I think all of this is going to come back to haunt him. I just think that these NBA owners and the NBA executives are just waiting for the day that LeBron James retire, so he can so they he can get this payback. That's what I seriously think is going to happen. Even who players who do the right thing throughout their careers, right? Once their career is over with, sometimes you still get some pushbacks because you may have during your career, you may have rubbed somebody the wrong way, or somebody may feel like, all right, well, you don't have the same leverage you did as a player. So now we want to show, now we the boss. We have an opportunity now to show you, who's really the boss. And so I think all of I think Michael Jordan went through it. Kobe Bryant went through it. I think Magic and Bird, all of those guys probably went through it a little bit, right? But also, I think that because of the way that they represented the game, I think they made more alliances, more friends than they did enemies. They didn't burn as many bridges as I think what LeBron James has done. And you can go back to like when Magic and Bird, Mike, Barkley, and all those guys, like when they was playing in the Olympics, like those guys were great ambassadors for the game of basketball. And it wasn't just about them. People all over the world wanted to see, USA basketball. They wanted to see those guys play. And so when they went and played these other countries and stuff, they represented the country the NBA wanted them to, and they were great ambassadors for the game, not just at home, but over, in other countries. They were just great ambassadors for the game, and that's what helped the game grow to like an international level. People were fans of Charles Barkley or Magic Johnson, and people got to see Larry Bird and stuff, right? Even though Larry Bird, by that time, he played a limited role, but still, people wanted to see Larry Bird, and Charles Barkley, Magic, and all those guys, right? So they represented the game the way it should have been represented. But And it never seemed like when those guys were representing the league, it never seemed like it was about them. It just seemed like I said, they were ambassadors for the game of basketball, and they was representing their country, proudly. And but it throughout LeBron James's career, it's just LeBron James has made it be known through his actions that it's more so about him. I think it was '08. I think it was 2008 in the Olympics. They said that like they were in danger. LeBron was in danger of being left off of the Olympic team because of his attitude and his antics and some of the things that he pulled, right? He was in danger of being left off of the team. And so that was unheard of for anybody else before then to be considered to be left off of the team because of their attitude or some of the antics that they may have pulled and stuff like that. So LeBron James, man, he's been in the league for 20 years, over 20 years. He's had more than enough time to create create relationships, create, and build bridges with people who have influence. And I think that LeBron James was so much focused on using what leverage he had at the time rather than focusing on building bridges and creating alliances. He wasn't really thinking forward. He was living in the moment. He was living in the moment, using whatever leverage he had as a current basketball player, and it just rubbed people the wrong way. And so that's why you have now like so many people just they chimed in on a GOAT argument and said that he's not the GOAT. then ring culture and stuff like that. Everything that LeBron James, you just have so many people just really just going up against everything LeBron James say. And he's catching, a lot of backlash because basically what LeBron James is doing now is he's trying to control the narrative or reshape the narrative and stuff like, but it's just not working. Like mainstream media is slowly but surely coming around. The closer LeBron James gets to retirement, you see more people in mainstream media just really going after him. And so I just think that LeBron James, his day is coming. As far as like when he's going to get that wake up call, and if LeBron James tries to start a league and try to compete with the NBA, I don't think that's going to end well either. And I agree with I know Kwame Brown said that like you got to be careful when you do things like that. You it just it makes him look ungrateful. Like everything that the NBA has done for you, and now you want to turn around and compete with the NBA. And like I said before, I don't think there's anything wrong with having like being an ambitious type person, somebody who wants to grow and and prosper. I think everybody could understand that, especially entrepreneurs and businessmen, right? But the way LeBron James is going about it is just, I think, he's just rubbing people the wrong way. He's not, and some people say that they gave LeBron James so much credit for being intelligent and knowing the game and all this stuff. But it just seems like every move LeBron James make is either going to hurt his image, or you know, or it's going to put him in a position where he don't really want to be. He's getting a lot of pushback because I think if LeBron James really had known the game and he studied the game, a lot of these moves, his business moves, personal moves, would not have been. He wouldn't have made them. And so he's setting himself up for a big fall. And so that's my take on it. Like I said, I think LeBron James, his day is coming. As soon as he retire, I think what's going to happen, I think they're going to, they're going to move his son out of the league. I don't even know if like his youngest son, if he'll even make it to the league. Even if he's good enough, he may not make it to the league just because people are, people going to want to be able to get back. They want to get back at him. So Bryce may not even play in the league. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.